What's up guys, what's happening? Welcome to my channels. Today we're going to talk about your diet and Diwali. How you're going to maintain your diet during the festival of Diwali at the same time. Enjoy the festival and maintain your progress. That's right, I'm talking about maintaining your progress and not making your progress. Realistically, that's what you can do. Well, as you see, during such festivals, it is so difficult. It is literally impossible to avoid all the food that you're served. It's like the entire year you keep waiting and you look forward to such festivals. Spending time with family, new beginnings. Many people literally have new beginnings to their life. They add new things to your family, maybe an accessory, maybe buying a new car, maybe buying new jewelries, new vehicle, whatever. Literally, it's time to celebrate. So let's make sure that do not stress about diet and how it works, and you focus more about maintaining your progress and enjoying time with your family and friends. Stay tuned. So now guys, before I begin and go ahead and give you the Guru Mantra to maintain your progress during Diwali, at the same time enjoy the food during this festival season, let's dive back and take a look into how exactly your body loses weight. Now, your body loses weight by staying at a calorie deficit over a consistent period of time. That's right. Now you can say it a calorie deficit, or more scientific term, maybe creating an energy balance, staying in a negative energy balance through a period of consistent time. Now what does that mean? That means that you're not giving your body enough energy to consume. So your body will look for source within, and the source is your glycogen stores, or in simpler term are the fats or the extra weight that you're carrying. How does that work? Let's say your body requires certain amount of calories to function on a daily basis. Now to lose weight, you're eating calories which are lesser than those maintenance calories. That means your body is not getting what is required to maintain its weight, and you are trying to create a more larger deficit through pushing yourself in workout, that may be doing more reps, lifting more weights, doing more cardio, or engaging yourself in more day-to-day activities, maybe swimming, cycling, adding 10 or 15 minutes of cardio, or just generally being more active throughout the day. That's how you're training your body, you're tricking your body into consuming more energy, and thus your body's need for energy increases, and since it's not getting enough of energy source from outside, which is food, it looks for source within, which are your glycogen stores or your fat storages, and that's how they start burning fats and you start losing weight. Simple as that. Now, as I said before, you only lose weight by creating this circle of being in a calorie deficit and energy balance through a period of consistent time. It may be 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months. That all depends on what your goals are, how long does the body take, and how further you want to push it. So, as I said, you only lose weight, or you only are able to lose weight by following this process through a consistent period of time. That means just by eating a little bit of more food for a day or two does not mean that you will put on a lot of weight or your entire progress has gone in weight. At the same time, it does not mean that just by following a low calorie diet or staying in a calorie deficit you will lose weight in just a matter of 1 or 2 days. It doesn't happen. So at the same time, guys, let's understand, it's Diwali. So eating a little bit of more food or enjoying your favorite meals for those 4 days doesn't mean that your entire progress will go in vain. Yes, at the same time, if you go overboard and you don't keep a control on your mouth and you keep stuffing yourself throughout the day, yes, the damage will be more. So all we have to do over here is try and limit the damage that we're going to do. So the process is going to be damage control. Limit the damage. In a way, we are creating an insurance by following these methods, the 2 ideas that I'm going to throw at you guys right now. So as I said, you lose weight only by staying in a calorie deficit or a negative energy balance through a period of consistent amount of time. So let's say Diwali is for 4 days. The first trick over here is you take a weekly average. Rather than focusing on day-to-day calorie and food consumption, you focus on the amount of calories you have consumed throughout a span of 1 week. And this thing is just for the Diwali time, guys. Let's understand this thing. How does this work? Let's say, for example, currently you are following a diet which consists of 2000 calories, which comprises of 800 calories which comes from proteins, 700 calories which come from carbohydrates, and plus 500 calories which comes from fats. Now, 3 days before Diwali or 3 days post Diwali, what you can do is you cut down your calories. Instead of eating 2000, you come down to 1400 calories. By which I mean you keep proteins the same, that is 800 calories. Reason, because it is much important for your maintain your lean muscle mass and your strength, and it also gives you a lot of satisfaction feeling. It digests slow in your body, so you feel fuller for longer. Second, fats again are important because they help you to maintain the hormone imbalance. So what are you gonna cut? You are gonna cut drastically on your carbohydrates, which are mainly your chapati, rice, and other source of carbohydrates which you're getting. So that means 800 calories you're getting from proteins, 4 500, or you can maybe reduce carbs or fats a little. From 500 you can make it to 400 maybe you're getting from fats, and the rest 100 to 200 calories you're getting from carbohydrates. So 3 days before or 3 days after Diwali, you're consuming just 1400 calories. That means you are keeping a calorie surplus, or you're keeping calories of around 1800 calories in your hand in the span of 3 days. That means you're covering up, you're giving yourself buffer of 1800 calories through the period of 4 days of Diwali. How does that work? So let's say 2000 calories on a daily basis. That means you're consuming 14,000 calories in 7 days. Now just by eating 1400 calories in the span of 3 days, you have consumed 4200 calories. In the matter, I think my calculations are right, 14 to 8, yes, 4200 calories in 3 days. So that means you had more 9800 calories to spend in the span of 4 days. 9800 calories in 4 days. Sounds a lot, right? Correct, guys, that's it. Now, let's say even if you're consuming 3000 calories on the 4 days of Diwali, that means you consumed 12,000 calories in this 4 days, and you had 9800 calories to spend. That means you have eaten more 2200 calories. Hey, now if you notice, you are eating 2000 calories on a regular basis on your diet. That means you're just eating food extra for 1 day. That's easy to burn, right? And the damage is also limited. So this makes sure that instead of gaining 1 kg in the process of 4 days, you just gain around 2 to 300 grams, and which is more of water weight, which is again shared once you get back to your normal routine after those 7 days. So this is one trick, guys. Let's focus on taking the weekly average of 7 days, okay? Weekly average of your staying in a calorie deficit. Try and consume less calories, maybe 3 days before or 3 days post Diwali. Now, this is just an example. I'm setting a benchmark. Maybe you want to just go out and enjoy yourself for 3 days of Diwali. So you can, 4 days you can stay in a high calorie deficit, and 3 days you can enjoy yourself. The choice is yours, guys. Okay. At the same time, try and engage yourself in some of the other activities if possible. It's not a compulsion, but it's possible. Do not go with the idea that I have eaten more so I can burn more at the gym, because that doesn't work. A good session of gym, you will be burning somewhere around 250 to 300 calories at the max. Trust me, guys, that is equal to having 2 laddus. So you cannot out-train a bad diet. So focus more on creating a good average or healthy average and staying in a calorie deficit through consistent period of time. This is one trick. The second trick is something that you can try different method of fasting. Now first and the most popular method is intermittent fasting, which I'm sure most of you guys are aware by now. So intermittent fasting is basically when you do not eat any food for 14 to 16 hours in the day, and you consume all your meals just in a small window of 6 to 8 hours in the day. So that means, let's say for example how you can do that. If you had your dinner at 10 p.m. at night, that means you wake up in the morning, you do not consume your breakfast. You can consume water, black tea, black coffee, green tea, things like that. No juice, no aerated drinks, no fruits, no dry fruits, no nuts, nothing. You can have water or black coffee and green tea, but you skip your breakfast. And that means since you had your dinner at 10 p.m. at night, now your first meal is going to be after 12 p.m. In the afternoon. That means you're fasted minimum for 14 hours. Now I'll suggest skip to lunch. That means you will have your lunch around 1 p.m. or 2 p.m. That leaves only 8 to 9 hours for you to consume all your meals. And in that much of time you can consume at the maximum of 3 meals. That means you skipped your breakfast and you saved around 300-400 calories there and then. That makes it easier for you to accommodate all the extra food that you're going to eat on Diwali. Correct? So again, the damage is limited over here. You do not have to think much over here. At the same time, you always have to be very mindful of how much you are eating. You do not want to go overboard and stuff yourself so much that invariably you are gonna gain 1 or 2 kgs. That is like you really have to go in food coma on a daily basis if you gain 2 kgs in the span of 4 days. Really, guys. So that's bad. I do not do that. I'll suggest enjoy, have fun, enjoy everything in moderation. Apply these 2 tricks. One is intermittent fasting. Second is focus more on taking a weekly average, maintaining a weekly average of staying at a calorie deficit, and as close to your weekly average of staying at a calorie deficit. Now another thing is you can also do the extreme way of fasting where you do not eat anything for 24 to 48 hours. But I think 99% of the people out there will not be able to make it, because going without food for 24 to 48 hours takes a lot of training, and seriously I will not suggest that. I see these things, extreme things do not make sense to me, so let's not go into that. So these are my 2 tricks right now, guys. how to maintain your diet during Diwali. Honestly, you cannot maintain your diet during Diwali, and you shouldn't maintain your diet during Diwali. Diwali is all about enjoying your time with friends, family, your folks, exchange gifts. Have a good Diwali, guys. Enjoy yourself. Try and maintain your progress, limit the damage, keep the insurance, or maintaining the weekly average of staying in a calorie deficit, and intermittent fasting. My go-to tricks. Take care. If you have any questions regarding this, do drop in the comments. I would love to hear them from you. Any suggestions as well or feedback. Make sure to like, share, and leave a comment. Till then, bye bye.